Hello, I'm Monickie Scott.
And this is your girl, Felina B. Flossin. Thank you for joining us for 5-Star Conversations as we support and encourage women on their 5-star living journey. Welcome to part 2 of I Am Changing. Once again, we are joined by an inspiring group of women, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Very quickly, if I could start with Anyika, please introduce yourself.
My name is Anyika Hunt, and I am a Las Vegas fitness instructor.
Awesome. Kamara.
Hi, I'm Kamara Bowen, and I'm in a mobile notary in Las Vegas. Nice to meet everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. DeBorah.
Greetings, everyone. I'm DeBorah Stott, a business owner, a podcaster, and a crypto investor.
Thank you. And Kayla.
Hello, my name is Kayla Marshall, and I am a working college student at UNLV.
Very nice. Thank you all for joining us. So our topic, I am changing, when we're dealing with healthy changes and healthy habits. I want to first ask y'all, who do you personally know that is, say, your picture of health, or what are some of their habits? And I'll start with our professional, Ms. Anyika.
Well, I have my boss is to me the picture of health, and I look up to her. I make sure I take her classes. I always ask her for her advice, and yeah.
And what are some of her habits that you like, that you notice?
Well, kind of the same as what I'm doing. Like, she consistently meal preps, she weight trains, as well as, because I'm like a cardio girl. I teach a dance fitness class. So I love cardio. Like I can do it all day, all night. Add in some weight training, like 30 minutes, I'm like spent. Like, so, learning to be able to add that on, with everything else that I'm doing has completely changed my body. And I got that from her. So yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good. So my picture of health is Michelle Obama. I've been trying to get the Michelle Obama arms.
Right?
How about you, Kayla? Who is your picture of health and what are some of their habits?
Honestly, that's kind of hard. I don't really have anyone who's the picture of health, at least at the stage that I am at my life, because I am a college student. So majority of the people I have around me are other students who are struggling and trying to figure it out, or adults who have different things that I do like about their lifestyles that I try to take from them. But off my head, I would say my mentor, December James, she goes to my church, and she has lost a lot of weight in her lifetime, and having kids and a career and all the things that she does at my church is very inspiring to me. It lets me know that I can do that once I get to that point. And seeing her kind of go back and forth on her weight has been kind of interesting, and seeing her not give up is something that I do really value in my own weight loss journey.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it. And Kamara?
Yes, I don't really have too many people as far as like being a picture of health, but the one that really stands out the most to me is my brother, who is, he's just started eating healthy, and he's being consistent with going to the gym, and he explains about, losing weight and being healthy and what it looks like. And just from the inside out, the inside out. So just seeing that he's being consistent with running and getting on his bike. He has his kids going with him and stuff, which inspired me to start, getting on the bike as well and doing my mile walks and stuff. So that would be the closest, I would say, picture of health, just to be healthy and being able to run and do all of that stuff. So yeah, that's him.
I love it. And DeBorah?
Mine would be, one would be my brother, who's like 65 and he looks like he's probably 40.
Ooh.
And yeah, he gained a little weight, but he's bringing it down, and he's out, and he's, he had to transition from the gym. So he's out at the park, and he's doing his laps, and he's doing his workouts. And so he's got a whole system going there. And the other one is my daughter, who E-Ray Tralu, and she is preparing for her first bodybuilders contest.
Ooh.
She's competing in November. So earlier this week was her birthday, but because she's gotten on to the she had to do a cutoff date for all of the extra stuff. So she didn't do anything for her birthday. She didn't have anything sweet. She's on this specific diet. She's on this workout plan. And she's kind of like mama back in the day when I was her age. I had that 24 inch waistline. But she's got these big Tina Turner legs and everything. And so she's got this amazing body, but it's not just her body, it's the discipline that she has. That's so awesome, because I trained and I did the Miss Fitness competition years ago, but I didn't have the same discipline. She has an amazing discipline, and just watching that is inspiring. Watching the two of them is really inspiring to me.
Wow.
That's
How
awesome.
interesting. Yeah. How interesting. Do you all believe that our health habits are passed down from like generation to generation, and that's where we learn it? And why is that? And I'll let Anyika start with that one.
Absolutely. Only because it's the way that, we cook, and, that gets passed down. And then, what you see is what you mimic, and I tell my son that all the time. So, like, as far as us, I plan on, that was my goal. Is my dad had heart issues, his mom had heart issues, my brother, my sister, like, we all have this. And I just want to make sure that it stops with me. So I make sure that my son is prepared. And when he, he's 21 now. So when he, enters into his family, I want to make sure that they have those same traditions. They do the same, so it takes that passing down of whatever information that you give in order to see the change. So that's kind of, yeah.
Okay. And I think that goes without saying, but real quick, I want to switch that up a little bit and say, should people who care about their health hang out with people who don't care about their health? And I'm gonna let DeBorah answer that.
Well, I'm of the mindset that you become the 5, the 9, the 10 closest friends that you have. So in my personal opinion, I think that we have to be cautious. Just like we have to be cautious of what goes into our minds, we have to be cautious of the people that we're around, because their habits become our habits, and vice versa. So the strongest personality ends up bringing the herd in. But as you know, it's easier to run with 2 willing participants than to drag 10 who are unwilling. So I think that it's important that we are careful. And quite often it's our family members. So that opens a whole nother door. But for those that we choose to bring around us, then we have to bring people that are of a like, not necessarily exactly the same, but of a like mindset. Business, health, wealth, all of those things. I think that it is imperative that we do that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kamara, did you have anything to add to that?
I 110% agree with what DeBorah said. It is depends on the people you keep around you, I mean, and normally it is the family or people who look at you and say, oh, well, you're doing this or you're doing that. And it's like, hey, I'm doing this for a reason. And, and if you want to live your life whatever way, doesn't mean you have to try to drag me with, that, because they want to keep you in that same mindset, And when some people see that you're trying to elevate and do something better with your health, they automatically think that you're trying to make them look bad because they're not doing the same thing with their health. And it's like, no, this is what I want to do. And if you don't want to eat meat, that's fine. If I don't want, I'm not against it, but it's just 2 separate things. And you have to love from a distance and just continue to keep elevating yourself and spread yourself a little bit away from those certain people, because you are going to be that 1 or that 2 or that 10 that's holding you back.
Yeah.
So I agree.
I promise not to bring no chicken skins to the party, DeBorah.
If you just sneak them over to me, don't let anybody see it.
So it was mentioned earlier that, once getting off of that health kick, that it made us feel bad. My question is, how closely related is mental health to physical health? And I would like to start with Anyika.
They are hand in hand.
Mhm.
They are absolutely hand in hand because, that's why they always say, like, mind, body, and soul, because if you can't get your mind wrapped around it, you can't get your body wrapped around it, you can't get your soul to agree with it. Like, it's all connected, because whenever and I'm very open about my story and about my challenges, but whenever I'm down, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to talk to anybody. I definitely don't want to eat. I can't even get thoughts together, let alone to get my body up in order for it to be active. Like, it's all like definitely connected.
Absolutely. Kamara, you want to expound on that? I saw you got excited.
I was literally just saying this to my sister like earlier today, mind, body, and spirit, and it comes one in hands with each other. It's like the mental, you can say all day long, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. But if your mental is not ready, and it's not going to agree, your body is not going to be wanting to do it. Your soul is going to, not. So it really is three in one, got to get the mind right. The mental state of mind is so much more important. The physical comes right after. You get that mental together, the physical comes after, the spiritual, it stays strong, and you can't do one without the other.
Absolutely. So is it right to say that we have to first get our mentals together before we even start on this health journey?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
DeBorah says no. Why not, DeBorah?
What's your thought, DeBorah?
The reason that I say no to that is because the physical is something that we can force ourselves to do. Mm-hmm. The mental is not always something that you can just force yourself out of it. If you're in a mental state, if you're going through something emotional, you can't always just turn it on and off. But I have a choice to whether I get up and go to the gym. When I'm feeling bad, I get up and go to the gym anyways, because I know that will help everything else. I can't just turn off the emotional. So a lot of times we buy into it, and that's an excuse that we use, is that mentally I'm not in this state. Forget about mentally when it comes to that physical stuff that you need to do. Take yourself out of it, push yourself through it. And here's the thing, when you push yourself through it physically, mentally is going to come along. They're attached. And that's what we have to start to realize on the journey, is that if we get up out of the seat, if we go to the gym, if we push that burger away and go get the salad, if we say, no, I can't have dessert. One of the ladies said that during the week that she eats consciously. And then on the weekends is when she's able to go out with her friends and have we need to do that. It's a Wednesday night, but we know that this isn't our free day. So make a choice. And see, that's different than the mental stuff that we can't always control, but the physical, we can make that move.
Very good point.
I have to agree with you there, because I know, I can't remember when I've heard it, but it was a long time ago, where they'll just say, give yourself just 5 minutes of whatever exercise you're getting ready to do, just 5 minutes. If you can get past 5 minutes, then normally your body will follow. It will go and you will keep exercising. But if you don't even just start, then you won't start. But just give yourself, just say I'm gonna exercise for 5 minutes a day and watch the results of how you'll go that much further than those 5 minutes. And Kayla, you want to add to that?
Absolutely. You give yourself that. And that's what I do often, especially when I'm feeling bad, when I'm in that health state. Is I'll do that to where I'm saying, okay, my body won't let me go and just get on, do a cycle class. But if I start walking around, and I live really close to the gym, sometimes I find myself walking to the gym.
See that?
But I've said that my body is like, no, we can't do this. No, not today.
Not today.
I'm walking to the gym and then I'm in the spin class.
Right.
And so you're right. I mean, that I have proven that over and over again.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely correct. Because
Kayla,
we also start to release those endorphins. I'm sorry. We
that's
also
okay.
start to release those endorphins in our body.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's what definitely keeps you going. Kayla, you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, because I'm listening to everybody, and I think that it definitely is one of those things that depends on the person. Because I was around the same state as DeBorah was mentioning. Is if I wasn't eating right, I definitely was going to the gym for the endorphins. I've always had headaches, and going to the gym and sweating for an hour relieved it to where I would be able to go to sleep. But like I said before earlier about my stress, is that my mind is so crazy. It'll have me in a breakdown and me not know I was in a breakdown during the breakdown. So it gets pretty crazy. And my stress manifests physically. So at one point I was breaking out in hives, and I was thinking that it was maybe like bug bites or whatever. I was going to the doctors trying to figure it out. And really it was just me not addressing the stress and my mental health that was going on. So even though I was going to the gym and I was choosing the right things, my body still was refusing to show any types of results. So I was still gaining weight. I was still feeling bad. And even though that hour of just like relief that I got at the gym was enough to put me to sleep, it didn't really last throughout my day. So I do think that it depends on the person, how they want to go about it, if it is a mental thing first or a physical thing. But I can say in my experience, for me, it was getting my physical or getting my mental state together first. And then my physical was able to catch up to me.
Okay. And what is something that you have been promising yourself you would do for your health, but you have not yet started? DeBorah, you're cracking up. So, what's something you've been promising yourself?
Oh Lord. Okay, so I have been promising myself, and this is just one of my weaknesses, that I would, start to address my sugar addiction the way I did with everything else, because the sugar is just as bad as the meat, and I brought it down to where it's not every day, but the days that I get into it, oh, do I do it? There's no half stepping here. So that's been my biggest thing, is I'm saying, okay, I'm going to step away from the sugar. I'm going to get into, and maybe that's what I need to do, is what the young lady said, Monday through Friday. Maybe I need to set myself up on a schedule, but I have had a challenge with the sugar. I have had a challenge with that. And I might take that from that young lady.
Okay. What about you, Kamara?
My challenges would be
What's
the
one thing you've promised yourself you were gonna do that you haven't done yet that you need to do when it comes to your health?
the physical workout. Yes, the physical workout, like, getting my muscles, and really.
Oh, one more time. I think your microphone went off on us.
I just haven't done, the actual physical workout. I've just been doing cardio. But
Okay.
I get there.
Kayla?
For me, it's been only drinking water or tea. So I used to do that all the time, but amidst me getting busy, I would be like, oh, coffee doesn't count. It counts. I still drink coffee, or I'll drink a Monster every once in a while if I get really desperate. So trying to only drink water and tea again has been a little difficult.
Okay. And Anyika?
Well, I've been telling myself that I was going to make my after picture my before picture, and it hasn't happened yet. So this year I have really been, making strides to that. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, my after picture will be my new before picture.
Absolutely. I love it. You guys have given so much great information in 30 seconds or less. I'm going to pass by each one of you. What advice would you give a younger lady about your health, about this health journey? And I would like to start with DeBorah.
What I would say is to a younger lady is to start where you're at, no matter where that is. Get onto a program and stay consistent on that program. It is so much easier to be consistent and find the results that you're looking for than to keep starting and stopping. After time, if you're consistent, the law of averages, you will get to your goal. but you'll never reach them if you're starting and stopping and starting.
Absolutely. Kayla, 30 seconds or less.
I would say first, make explicit goals. And by explicit, I mean, make them have value, make them have times on them. You can't just say, I want to go to the gym and not say how many times and for how long. And I would also say to don't research too much. Sometimes you just have to start. If you look at too many YouTubers, too many Instagram models, it can be too much and overwhelming. So just start, as DeBorah said, where you're at and don't take in too much information.
Absolutely. Kamara?
I would say to a person, definitely start where you're at, and do not compare yourself to what others are doing, because their journey is their journey and yours is yours, and be consistent with what you want to do for you, and not be hard on yourself. Not be hard on yourself.
Excellent. And Anyika?
Find something you love. Find something that you love physically and do it every single day. Every single day. And that's it.
Excellent. Wow. This was a lot of great information. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to get that workout on.
Yes.
This has definitely motivated us. We have actually come to the end of our show.
But before we go, please give your name and social media handle or website. And we will start with you, Kamara.
Hi, I'm Kamara. You can find me on maggiebnotary.com and also Maggie B Notary on Instagram.
Awesome. DeBorah?
Hi, I'm DeBorah Fortune Stott, and you can find me on Instagram, and we'll have information for our newly released podcast for later this month, and it's at Lifestyle Hustles.
Lifestyle Hustles.
Excuse me, it's lifestyle_hustles.
Got it. Kayla?
Yeah, my name is Kayla Marshall. You can find me on Instagram at ISSA_KAY_KAY_.
Say it. It's a KK.
At ISSA_KK.
There you go. And Anyika?
I am Anyika, usually A Hunt, and you can find me on Instagram at Dance Fit with A Hunt.
Awesome.
Dance Fit. Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We want to thank you for joining us on this 5-star day. We believe in you. We believe that you're going to have a more 5-star life starting right now.
Right now, we know you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be right here with us, and we thank you for that. We look forward to seeing you on Facebook at the 5-Star Living Show and joining the 5-Star Living Show Inner Circle. Remember, laugh more and love more while taking care of your mind, body, and soul.
The 5-Star Living Show is sponsored in part by Flossie Flicks Photography, Monickie.com, Flossie Locks, and Meditate with Mo. Until next time, y'all keep 5-star living.
And like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.